What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And last week we talked a little bit about the UAW possibly initiating a strike vote against Stellantis for issues and gripes that they were having at Sterling Heights Assembly and other issues. Well, I have an update on that. We're going to get into all that and more right after this. Guys, before I get into today's video, we're going to talk about the giveaway going on the channel. We currently have extra entries, meaning when you purchase this, extra entries, it gives you the same amount of entries on the Ram 3500 as well as the 69 Charger. It is the best way to be entered in on both vehicles at the highest amount of rate to give you the best chance to win. So if you want to get in on it, now is the time to do it. Make sure to hit the link in the description down below, tksgarage.bigcartel.com. Again, that's tksgarage.bigcartel.com. All right, guys, so welcome on back to TK's Garage. And I'll probably either put it up here so you guys can read it too, but we'll go ahead and get into it. UAW suspends strike vote. The UAW calls off strike authorization vote at Ram truck plant after reaching a deal. The United Auto Workers called off plans for a strike authorization vote at Stellantis's Sterling Heights assembly plant this week after saying it had resolved grievances with the automaker over alleged outsourcing of work. The company has come to us. We've had multiple discussions and we've come to a resolution to resolve those grievances, for which we were going to initially take the strike authorization vote, said Michael Spencer, the president of UAW Local 1700, which represents workers at the plant. In a video podcast update to members posted Thursday, the Sterling Heights assembly plant has recently been running full speed as Ram increased production of its V8 powered pickups and resolved quality issues. Well, that's what happens when you hire an extra 2,000 workers too. The strike authorization vote was originally scheduled to run Thursday and Friday and would have opened the door for a walkout to occur eventually had the local received a sign-off from international UAW officials, and if a resolution between the sides couldn't be reached. I don't think it ever would have got there, though, one way or the other. Instead, news of the authorization vote put pressure on the company to come and actually have some fruitful conversations, and a deal has been inked. A Stellantis spokesperson declined to comment. The Sterling Heights assembly plant employs about 6,000 union workers, is critical for the company as it builds what is literally turning around the entire brand of Stellantis on its own, Ram. It builds the highly profitable Ram 1500 pickup, one of the automakers, it's not one of, it is the automaker's top seller. There's nothing else that sells more than Ram. Miss me with that shit. The facility has been recently running at full capacity on emergency status because they can't keep up, to churn out as many pickups as possible and make up for previous production hiccups related to an engine shortage. Spencer previously told the Detroit News that the union officials had grown increasingly frustrated over the last year and filed a series of grievances after Stellantis hired outside contractors to do certain work inside the plant rather than letting the plant's own union-represented skilled tradespeople bid on the jobs. Remember I told you it was going to come down to skilled trades, and that's it. And what's crazy is, you know, you got, they're literally, I don't know if this is, I think part of this is because they think some of their skilled tradespeople are leaking information. But we know that Stellantis has terminated some of their skilled tradespeople. Now, I don't know if it's tied to them thinking that they leak stuff to, you know, influencers like us. But if you're hiring outside contractors because you're saying you don't have the you don't have the available manpower from skilled trades to do it, then hire more skilled trades. You shouldn't have to go outside to go get more contractors. This is common sense. If you have a contract and you're dealing with X, Y, and Z group, and that group is under X, Y, and Z contract, then you need to go to that group to find people to do that job. This isn't rocket science. Now, I could get why Stellantis did it. They probably could go get contractors for cheaper than they'd have to pay UAW to do some of this skilled trade work. But, yeah, no. And it's, electricians, pipe fitters, millwrights, people that repair production lines, things like that, and installing lights, electricians in the plant. It should be common sense. I think Stellantis and i.e. Ram knows better. So I'm glad they were able to actually get this resolved and it didn't lead up to a strike, or it didn't have to get blown out of proportion further. I am happy for that. I want to know what you guys think, though. Now that this issue is out of the way, and as we can see here, there's a little tidbit in there that you saw that they said there's no more Hemi engine shortage, because you see what it said, right? It said that, they have 6,000 union workers, a profitable Ram, and the facility has been run at full capacity on emergency status to churn out as many pickups as possible and make up for previous production hiccups related to an engine shortage. That tells me they no longer have an engine shortage. See, it's little stuff like that when you're reading stuff that, and it's funny because even like the regular press will get a release and they'll miss shit. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.